At the end of the Cold War, 20 years ago, we were faced with enormous challenges along the whole intersection of security and sustainability. Tens of thousands of nuclear weapons, thousands of launch systems, bombers, missiles, submarines, silos, tens of thousands of chemical weapons, primarily in Russia and the United States, and biological weapons, laboratories, and pathogens and diseases all over the world. In addition to that, we also had hundreds of thousands of tons of conventional weapons with rocket propellant, explosives, and toxic chemicals involved, which were used, fired, dropped, and dumped in thousands of sites around the world. So we're faced with enormous cleanup opportunities and challenges in almost every country of the world. Fortunately, Mikhail Gorbachev, the founder of Green Cross, had the foresight to establish a program called Legacy of the Cold War, now called Environmental Security and Sustainability, designed specifically to address this and work with both environmental and public health communities and arms control communities. So what have we done over the last 20 years? We've had enormous success to meet these challenges. We have destroyed, helped destroy, and facilitate thousands of nuclear warheads, hundreds of missiles, launchers, dozens of strategic nuclear submarines. We've also helped destroy safely and soundly and permanently over 55,000 metric tons at 16 major Russian and American chemical weapons stockpiles. And these were in millions of munitions, which any one of which, had it slipped away, been stolen or proliferated somewhere, could have killed thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of people. We've also helped destroy biological weapons labs, and we've helped strengthen arms control regimes, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the Chemical Weapons Convention, the Biological Weapons Convention over the last 20 years, and engaged many more stakeholders, citizens, non-governmental experts, and governmental experts in fact, the strengthening of these security and sustainability regimes. We've also been very engaged in trying to lock down fissile material. Fissile material is both nuclear and radioactive materials used for weapons, power reactors, research reactors, and in fact medical facilities, X-ray machines, dental X-rays all around the world. And there's sufficient weapons-grade material at this point, was 20 years ago, to in fact build another 100,000 nuclear weapons should one want to do so. So we have in fact increased security and sustainability enormously, while at the same time promoting transparency, stakeholder involvement, safe and sound demilitarization, and in fact rule of law and democratic decision making. So as a final comment, I would say to all my Green Cross friends around the world, thank you. You're the ones that in fact have helped make this happen. You're the ones that will remain actively involved. You're the ones that are very committed citizens, activists, and experts for working on this process. And as a final comment, as you've probably heard in some of the noise in the background here, I'm sitting in a children's park behind my home in Washington, D.C. And I'd like to leave you with a final comment written on the stone in front of me here from the famous anthropologist Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Happy birthday, Green Cross.
Hello everyone. My congratulations to Green Cross International on your 20th anniversary. When Green Cross International started, the links between environmental emergencies, human security and poverty were not widely understood. Thanks in part to the work and vision of Green Cross, it is now clear that these related threats are at the root of many of the humanitarian crises we face. What seemed controversial 20 years ago is now more widely understood. In many parts of the world, the effects of climate change, urbanization, and the unregulated exploitation of natural resources are contributing to conflict and spreading poverty. Humanitarian, development, and environmental agencies can only deal with the increasing threat of environmental emergencies by working together. Cooperation between UN agencies like OCHA and civil society organisations like Green Cross is fundamental to reducing risks and helping communities to build the resilience they need to survive shocks. Thank you for your work over the past 20 years, and I wish Green Cross International all the best for the future.
I am delighted to be able to offer congratulations today to Green Cross International for all of the work you have accomplished in the related areas of security and sustainability over the past 2 decades. The Green Cross Environmental Security and Sustainability Program has been a key supporter of the Chemical Weapons Convention since the regime's entry into force in 1997. Green Cross and its national affiliates in Russia, the United States, and Switzerland have been at the forefront in addressing the challenges for the safe and sound elimination of millions of dangerous chemical munitions. As of today, the OPCW has overseen the destruction of some 56,000 metric tons of chemical agents in 6 possessor countries, or about 80% of all declared stockpiles. The OPCW will continue to work to rid the world of these dreadful weapons. Within the next decade, we should reach global zero. This will be an achievement without parallel in the annals of arms control. We are also working to universalize the Chemical Weapons Convention, bringing in the last 7 countries that have not yet joined the treaty. Green Cross continues to have a vital role to play in ensuring a world free of chemical weapons and to make sure that these inhumane weapons never re-emerge. Public education, awareness raising, and stakeholder involvement are essential parts of our work. In this regard, the efforts of Green Cross to build a CWC coalition of civil society representatives have helped strengthen the CWC for the long-term future. So on behalf of all our colleagues working to build a more safe and secure world, I send best wishes for a happy 20th birthday to our Green Cross friends, and in particular to my good colleague Dr. Paul Walker. We hope that you enjoy your well-deserved celebrations in Geneva this week. Please continue your good works, and I look forward to further developing our partnership in the future.